Welcome to this quick demonstration of FormMaker, and I'm going to show you how to get started with the app as it comes out of the box. So this is how it gets downloaded, and you can see you start off with a menu with all forms, example forms and my forms, and you can see that my forms at the moment is greyed out. If we go to example forms, these are the forms that come with the app, and it's just to demonstrate the sorts of things the app can do. And if we go into the sales lead form, that's a very typical FormMaker form. With some questions, some text fields, and a website page and a comment page. But we've also got some forms in there which are a little bit more complicated, which have got maps on, for instance. This is a map form, so just wait for the map to load, and you've got pins, and you can go off to different pages depending on what pin you select. So that's the forms that come with the app. We can't do much with those, they're read-only, and it's just to keep them safe. If we go into all forms, it shows you again those forms, but now we can clone. You see we've got this clone button we can use to take a clone of our form, and we can do that just by clicking clone. We can create a new name for it, so I could change this to version 2. There we go, and now you can see that the design button is enabled. So I can go into design mode on this, and I can start changing this form. If I want to, for instance, I could select that field there, and using the nudge button I can move it so that it appears after the city button. And then if I click the done and run the form, you can see that those two fields are now the other way around. And the idea is to set up the form so it runs, and then a user can enter data. Let's just put in an example here of some data. When they've finished, they can let's select a few more fields here. And when they've finished, they can click the little submit button at the end, which then saves the data in the form, clears the form, and now it's ready for another user to enter their data. So here we can enter other data. There's a little shortcut button at the bottom called finish there. Again, to clear the form, and it's ready for the next user to enter data. Now once some users have entered data, we can have a look at the results that have been recorded, and we can see what was actually entered using this button here. So you can see that this has saved the data, and we can have a look at the PDFs. It'll create a PDF print of each page, so you can print these pages off. And same thing for this one, like that. Or you can export the data as CSV, text and PDF. If you've got email set up, you will need probably email set up on your machine in order to export the data. If you don't have email set up, it'll copy it to the clipboard, but it's better if you have email, and then it can just export the whole lot in one go. You can then load the data, the CSV file for instance, into a spreadsheet, or print the PDFs in bulk, although you could print them off from the iPad. So now if we look at the My Forms menu option, it's now enabled because we've got one of our own, and that's this form here. So to get help for the app, you click on the help button down the bottom. That then goes to our support web page, so you'll need Wi-Fi switched on and connected to your iPad. And you can see there's lots of videos here, and you can play these videos and they'll tell you about all aspects of FormMaker. So we've got a frequently asked questions page as well, but have a look at the videos. They cover most things in the app, if not all things in the app, quite a few of them. Okay, so just to go back again, we'll create a new form just to show you how to start off a form of your own if you want to start one from scratch. Just give it a name, and it's a standard grid format form, which is the most easy to set up form. So if we go in, it creates the form for us. We then go into design mode for the form, and let's just put in an image field. and set that up. So these are the images that came with the app. Not very useful to you. So to import your own image to be available for you to use, you press this little plus button here, which then goes to the iOS image gallery, and you can select an image. So there we are, we've selected that image. We could have multiple images if we like, just by setting the multiple image button, but we'll just for the moment just select that one. So there we go, that's our image, and we'll put in a little text box after it, and we'll say record somebody's name. So we'll just say name, and you can see that we can play around with the sizings of these a little bit to alter the relationship between the label and the text. For instance, if we set that to short, it makes the text very long. And if we want to, we can select more than one column, so it spreads things out in multiple columns. You can have up to 5 columns. And you can use pretty much all of the standard iOS controls, for instance date pickers, normal pickers, segmented controls, etc., and buttons. So you can have your own button at the end as well. And you can lay these out so they're obviously a lot nicer than they are in this example. And once you've designed your form, you can run the form. So if you've got any problems, any questions, have a look at the help, which shows you the all the support videos for the app. And I hope you enjoy using the app. And that's about all there is to it.